Hey everyone, this is Cam Frequency, and the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus has been one of my favorite devices this year, even if it hasn't upgraded all that much from the previous model. The Galaxy Tab S7 was my favorite tablet of last year as well, and this time I kind of wanted to upgrade so I can get the larger screen along with the OLED display included. I didn't really feel the need to go for the S8 Ultra because I wasn't really a big fan of the 14-inch display. I kind of wanted something a little bit more comfortable to hold for longer periods of time as well as when I'm laying down, and the 14-inch really wouldn't do that for me. But I did decide to upgrade to the 12.4 because I thought it really wouldn't make that big of a difference, it being 1.4 inches bigger than the 11. And I'm pretty glad to say it really hasn't bothered me at all that much. 6 months on, I still think the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus is the better value tablet. I've been using it for pretty much all of my work so far, and to be honest, I've been using it a bit more than my laptop for getting much more of my simple tasks done during the day. I've used other tablets recently like the iPad Pro and the Surface Pro 8, and there are a lot of things that both those tablets do better than the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus. But there's always something that keeps me coming back to the Galaxy Tab, and it's probably because it does those things that both of those tablets do well enough. I know I mentioned in my previous reviews that I kind of just want to use my tablets like just that, a tablet, and I kind of don't want them blending products because I feel like it would be redundant. But I've been slowly coming around to the fact of using my tablet for other things, especially the things that my laptop could do. Sometimes I feel like it's just easier to just grab my tablet and go instead of carrying my laptop around and then carrying a spare charger, especially considering the fact that my laptop is not lasting as long as it used to, and the Galaxy Tab has just been fulfilling those needs a lot easier. Using Samsung Dex has pretty much made that experience a lot easier too. I don't have to worry about the things that my laptop can do that my Galaxy Tab can't. If I need a multi-window workflow, my Galaxy Tab can do it. If I need a file manager, my Galaxy Tab can do it. If I need to use Microsoft Word, my Galaxy Tab can do it. And it's not like all of those things are lacking for features as well. Some of the features that are available on Dex, I can't even do on my Surface Laptop 3. The Snapdragon Gen 1 is pretty much more capable than I thought it was, and I really never have to worry about any slowdowns. Even the 8GB of RAM that's included on the Tab S8 Plus has worked pretty well so far, even compared to my almost 3-year-old Surface Laptop 3. I know I mentioned earlier that something keeps bringing me back to the Galaxy Tab, and another one of those reasons is the S-Pen. I think the S-Pen is probably the better of the three styluses, being the Apple Pencil and the Surface Slim Pen 2, and it's for particular reasons. One reason being the price. The price of the S-Pen is $0. You don't have to pay for it at all. It pretty much comes with the tablet. You don't have to budget for it. You don't have to factor it in on whether or not you're going to pick up a stylus or you're going to pick up the book cover keyboard. It just comes with it. A lot of people don't give Samsung enough credit for adding the stylus to the tablet already. And that's not something you could say about the iPad or Surface Pro 8. Both of those devices require you to buy the stylus separately, one of which being $129 for the Apple Pencil and the other one being $149 for the Surface Slim Pen 2. It's not so much the fact that the Surface Slim Pen 2 is better than the S Pen, or the S Pen is better than the Slim Pen 2, or even the Apple Pencil. Scratch that. The S Pen is definitely better than the Apple Pencil. But I'm not trying to disparage the Apple Pencil too much because the Apple Pencil works really well. It actually has a really fast response time that matches the other two styluses. It's so much the fact that the S Pen does what it's supposed to do well enough. And for a stylus that generally just comes with the tablet, you really don't need much more than that. And even with it being well enough, they still manage to find ways to pack more into it, like being able to use it as a shutter button for the camera, raising and lowering the volume, and taking a screenshot with it. And you really don't even have to use all those features. It's just there if you want them. The S Pen just offers more for what you're paying for, and that price is pretty much nothing except for buying the tablet. Speaking about the battery life, it really hasn't changed all that much from when I first started using it. It's been pretty consistent and it easily outlasts my Surface Laptop 3, which is one of the reasons why I've been using it a lot more than my laptop in general. Compared to the 10 hours I was getting on my Galaxy Tab S7 last year, the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus has been giving me about 8 to 9 hours screen on time, which is great all things considered because it has an OLED screen and the screen increased by 1.4 inches from 11 to 12.4. So it's nice not having to feel like I'm going to be interrupted when I'm trying to get some work finished. Making use of the book cover keyboard is also something that was completely unexpected as well. I didn't think I'd be using the book cover keyboard as much as I was, because originally I had the slim cover keyboard and that one really wasn't doing it, to be honest. I got the slim cover keyboard through Samsung's promotions that they're always running when the product first launches, and I noticed a couple things I didn't like about it as soon as I opened it up. One was the fact that there was no cover for the S-Pen. The other thing I didn't like about the slim cover keyboard was the fact that you couldn't maneuver it in any other angle. It just sits in that one spot and that's pretty much all you get. So about a month later, I decided to pick up the book cover keyboard, and thankfully Samsung still had a bunch of the promotions that they're giving out when the product first launches, and I managed to snag myself the book cover keyboard for about $60. There are pretty much three things I like about the book cover keyboard. One is the fact that you have a kickstand so you can put the tablet into any position or angle you want. Two is the fact of having a trackpad, and that allows me to use Samsung Dex a lot easier and use it more like a laptop should. And three is the cover for the S-Pen, because I don't ever have to worry about knocking the S-Pen out of place. Oh, and I also forgot about the fourth one, which is being able to disconnect the tablet from the keyboard without having to take off the entire case, which I had to do every time I wanted to use it more like a tablet with the slim cover keyboard. The one problem I have with the keyboard, and that goes for both the keyboards actually, is the price of them. The slim cover keyboard comes in at $129 and the book cover keyboard comes at $229. That's a bit hefty for what these keyboards can actually do. I managed to get the book cover keyboard at a discount, and I got the slim cover keyboard for pretty much free. So I didn't really have to spend that much on them. But for those of you that couldn't take advantage of those promotions that were happening at the beginning when the product first launched, the book cover keyboard and the slim cover keyboard might be a little bit of a sell. I don't really think I would entirely recommend them in case you really wanted to use the Galaxy Tab like a laptop, or you really felt like you were going to use the keyboard a lot of the time. If you're not, I don't think it's probably a good idea, and you'll probably just be fine with just using a tablet if you have a laptop already. The Tab S8 Plus is included in its own ecosystem, just like you would see on an iPad. Between my Galaxy Tab S8, my S22 Ultra, and the Galaxy Watch, things are pretty much connected through Samsung's cloud. Is it as good as Apple's ecosystem? Not quite. But it does come close in some aspects. Similar to the iPad's ability to use AirDrop to send files and documents between your phone, your tablet, and your computer, you can do the same thing on Samsung with QuickShare. If you didn't know already, I take a lot of the content on this channel with my phone, so a lot of the times it's easier for me to use QuickShare to send those files from my phone to my tablet, so that way I can make room on my phone when I need more space. I'm using my 256GB Galaxy S22 Ultra, and because these videos are so big, they end up taking up a lot of room on there too, so being able to offload it just makes it a lot easier, especially when I don't have to actually plug in my phone to my Mac, which is complicated in and of itself, and move those files to my computer so that way I can make room, when instead I can just quickly move those files from one place to another without the need of a cable. To sum it up, the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus is still an awesome tablet that I think people will really enjoy if you are considering purchasing one. But at the end of the day, it goes back to what your needs are. For people that are in the Apple ecosystem, they're going to flock towards the iPad. For people that are in the Android ecosystem, they're going to flock towards the Galaxy Tab S8, especially for those of you that have a Samsung because of that connectivity. But for those of you that like to mismatch devices and are not really tied down to one ecosystem, the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus is an awesome value, and I think that you will really enjoy it if you decided to purchase one. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, comment, and think about subscribing. I'll see you all in the next video.